Hello and welcome to module number 1, and this one is titled Save Time to Make Time to Save Time. When I started with my business systems implementation, I was inundated with a lot of tasks and things that took up a lot of my time. And what I started to find out is that I was not planning my day correctly, and that all the tasks that I had coming my way were planned for me. So what I started to do was to identify all of those tasks and then note them down and then slowly start to figure out a way how to deal with them. So what I slowly started to do was that I figured out that you needed to eliminate certain items and you needed to pass on certain items, and some items you needed to do. I didn't know this when I first started, and I just accepted that I had to do everything, and I never had enough time in a day, and that is why I started with this process. So step 1 of the process is to identify your time wasters. This isn't necessarily something that you do not need to do, but it's just how efficiently you are going to do it. So what you've got is your workbook, and you need to work through that one. And you are going to then start identifying all of the things in your day that take up your time, that maybe aren't productive as much as they should be, or that you are doing inefficiently, or that you feel is a cumbersome item that you need to take care of so that you can do things in your business better than what you're currently doing at the moment. The next step that you need to take note of is that you need to eliminate the things that are causing you the problem in the first place. So you will have to identify those things that you feel that you shouldn't actually be doing, and then you need to figure out a way to get rid of them. And again, that's in the workbook that you need to work through. So you need to start listing all of them in the workbook and then identifying the things that you want to get rid of, and then figure out a way to get rid of them. That is the first step, the second step of the first process. But we will get more into it with the other modules to come on how to actually eliminate those things from our day. But for now, you need to take cognizance that they actually exist and that you need to get rid of them. And then the third step of saving time is that you need to replace these things. So if you were working 10 hours a day, 8 hours a day, however many days you've worked out that you are employed in terms of time in a given day, then what you need to do after that is to decide how many hours you have now saved by eliminating those tasks, and then you need to replace those tasks with something else that is fruitful and can generate more momentum in your business. An example of the full process in my situation is that I have identified that HR is not really a function that I need to do. So what I need to do is eliminate that out of my day so that I can concentrate on other things to grow the business and to ensure its sustainability. So now, to replace it with something else, I have to pass it on to another person who's going to take responsibility, and then I have to see how much time that thing used to take in my day and replace it with something else for that same amount of time, but something that is going to provide a bigger benefit for the company as a whole. So an example in this case, I could replace HR and the administration of that thing with creating a process for a properly controlled administration of the HR system, and document it and give it to someone and train them up and make sure that they deliver that set standard for which we now want to operate in the company. So that is what you need to go now and do, and work through the workbook where you are going to identify, eliminate and replace tasks throughout your day in a methodical fashion. And once you've got that list, you're going to supply it back to me so that you can get some feedback on it. And then we're going to delve into module 2, which is that you are your biggest problem.